Hi everyone, welcome back to your reading. As usual, only take what resonates and leave the rest for everyone else. Let's see what message the Spirit have for you today, for your highest good. Something is being rejected. Something's being rejected. Are we rejecting anything? You see. And there's another thing that I saw just before I start recording this video, which is I was having a quick shower and I start seeing someone baking a cake. And I'll ask Spirit, what does that mean? And I was showing the ingredients to make a cake. So we have the Three of Swords. And this Three of Swords is giving me an idea. Now I'm starting to get this, the idea of this reading. It's something multidimensional. Has to do with multidimensional aspects. So I usually, when I get a message from multidimensional aspects of us, of the self, I get this sort of feelings. So yeah, we see it might make sense. We'll see. So we have the Three of Swords, and I see this Three of Swords as integration, as conversion. I'm not seeing it as pain. I'm not saying that there was and there is no pain, there's no struggle. That's not what I'm saying. But what this card is giving me the impression of is integrations, conversions. So now I'm seeing two paths at like a bifurcation merging together as you progress. So different roads connecting, like in a motorway. So this is a period of conversion. This is a period of integrating aspects into oneself. Yeah, I'm saying this because of the swords. So the other cards might also give some sort of idea like this. So it has to do with being grounded. I'm saying that because of this card here, the King of Pentacles. It has to do with being grounded. So let's work together on this one. So I was seeing ingredients of a cake, someone making a cake. So I'm hearing you a delicious cake, but you need all the ingredients in order to exist. So there was some sort of rejection that I was perceiving. Some so that could be some aspect of us that we are rejecting, or one aspect of us. That could be one aspect of us related to feeling grounded, like the King of Pentacles. Um, so that could has to do with logic, or even with structure. So this could be one of aspect of us that we could be uh, denying, rejecting for a while. And I'm receiving a storyline as that someone is awakening, has been awakening for a while, has been having lots of big awakenings, and throughout this time, maybe this part started being rejected. So it was seen as less spiritual. So there is an aspect of us that we could be still rejecting, and it's related to a multidimensional aspect. So we could be rejecting aspect of us which is connected to a multidimensional self. So you need all the selves in order to exist. You need all the ingredients of the cake in order to have a delicious cake, or to be the delicious cake that you are. That's what I'm getting. And we have the death card here on the bottom of the deck, showing this transformation. So it's showing this death and rebirth. And throughout this death, you thought that you had to leave some aspect of you behind, maybe to fit in. Okay. So when we are awakening, we understand that we need to be authentic. We hear a lot about being authentic self. And then we go through the shadow work where we are accepting aspect of us, aspect that we've been rejecting. But for some reason here, it feels like someone rejected some aspects that they used to have before being awakened. Okay. And this is aspect that is calling, is knocking your door right now. This is the ingredient of your delicious cake that you need. And it has to do with being grounded. So it could be related to a profession, it could be related to a way of thinking. I'm not gonna give many examples because they're not coming up in my head. So it makes me think that it could vary from person. And we have the Nine of Cups here, showing satisfaction, fulfillment. Okay, so maybe this aspect of us could be related to and being independent, doing the things by ourselves. So maybe we pushed people away for a while, people that were not in alignment, situations, jobs, things that were not resonating with our identity. And this is not, I don't feel like I'm receiving a message here to blame anyone for having selecting the things that are aligned with them. But we could have taken this to the other extreme. We could have isolated ourselves somehow, isolate ourselves from even from ourselves. That's what I'm getting. Let's get more information on that. So we have the okay. So the temperance here is talking about you being the alchemist and alchemizing things, feelings, and situations. And there is this I'm feeling something like um how can I explain that? Yeah, it feels like someone could have became like less human. That's what I'm getting with this. So there is a calling here for being more human, for being in touch with yourself, with others, being compassionate with the self. So we could have become a bit rigid. And this is the king of what the King of Pentacles is talking about. We could have become a bit too strict. Okay, that's interesting. So this could be repelling. This desire for to being self-sufficient could be repelling community, could be repelling partnerships, relationships, connections. And now the Three of Swords is talking in a different manner with me. He's talking about some sort of past heartbreak that could have created this tough skin, this rigid way of being, of feeling. Okay, someone could have toughened up a bit too much, just from getting. Let's see if we get more information about this. As I was mentioning, this is a multidimensional message, so there is lots of cross information. So bear with me, and we're gonna get this sorted together. So here we're talking about the Two of Cups. This is connection. So this is a confirmation. So we could have toughened up a bit, and this could be avoiding you to be open. So you're trying to be your full self, your authentic self, but you could be pushing parts of you away, parts of you that allow this connection, allow people to recognize you as a human, allows people to feel comfortable with your authenticity. And your authenticity will come when you bring all the ingredients together. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. And High Priestess, okay. So this is you intuitively, you already know, you already realize this. This message is a confirmation. So the High Priestess is talk about inner knowing, it's talk about you having your intuition very high right now. And you know your truth, you understand what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you most likely remembering this High Priestess. Let's talk about this balance as she's between those two pillars, the dark and the light. So this is talking about balance, and then we have the Justice here talking about balance as well. So there is some sort of balance that is required. So we have the Two of Cups. This is a balance between the human self and the God self. Okay, I feel lots of confirmations when I said that. This is a balance. So we have three cards here that came up at the same time, and right now they're talking to me about balance, all of them. So divine time and balance. So this is the right time for you to accept and allow this part of you. And this is your human self. This is the part of you that has desires. This is the part of you that feels sensual. And this is the part of you that wish to conquer things. And this is okay. So many times when we become spiritual, we might reject a bit of the material world. But now this reading seems to be bringing it back. There could be some part of us that don't feel safe receiving. don't feel like money is pure. So this is very interesting. It's taking a turn. I didn't know what to expect of this reading, but it's did very interesting. Let's see if there's anything else. And it's interesting that I mentioned money because we talk about tangible things, so money it's definitely one of them. Um, but it's also related to connections and other things. Yeah. So this is the six of swords, or swords. This is someone selecting what they want to carry with them. So you could have selected the parts of you that are very spiritual, but the human self, the one that's full of flaws, you might have kept repressed. So this is the God self aligning with the human self, 1111. As I say that, okay. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which shows clarity, cutting through false illusions, false narratives that to be spiritual, you need to look X, Y, Z. To be spiritual, you need to be pure. But in reality, you need to have all the aspects of you. And this is your purity. Okay. I feel like this is the message from right now. And I felt this urge to check the bottom of the deck, and we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is talking about the softness, this softness that allows you to connect to people again as being recognized as a human. This is very interesting. I never heard that before. And underneath we have the star, and this is your true self. Your true self requires all the aspects of you, including the softness, including the love. So maybe because of this heartbreak that could have happened at some point, we could have closed up this heart a bit. So this is now time to open your heart with the Ace of Cups here. This is about healing the heart, healing the emotions, and being able to give these emotions to other people and at the same time receive, because as we know, everything is reflecting back to us while we have it within. So once we can offer this cup, we can receive. Right. Okay. And this is what brings you a celebration, community, and true connections aligned with yourself. Okay. I feel like this is the message for today. I appreciate spending this time with you. Thank you very much for your support, for your likes, your subscribes, and I look forward to see you very soon.